In all of this, you know, Nancy Pelosi's career aside, this is what may really matter in the end. Let's bring in our panel and talk about it. Mark Thiessen is a chief speechwriter, for former President Bush and is a visiting fellow at the Hoover Institution. Maria Cardona is a former senior advisor for Hillary Clinton and the former communications director for the Democratic National Committee. And Wayne Simmons is a former CIA operative. So, Wayne, let's go to you first on this. What is the impact of Nancy Pelosi's statement that the CIA lied to her and to members of Congress?
Well, you know, Martha, the best thing about not being a politician or a diplomat makes it very easy for me to tell you, first and foremost, that Nancy Pelosi, the woman's third in line to be president of the United States, the Speaker of the House, is a pathological liar. And her attacks on the CIA, the release of the CIA memos, has so sent a chill through the CIA to guys like me who were not only interrogated in our careers, but ran interrogations and interviews that I can assure you we are not going to go the extra mile ever in climate to secure information and intelligence that's going to help protect the United States. So understand, and the American people need to, this has directly affected the national security of the United States.
And Wayne, before I get to our other panelists, I want to ask you one more question. You know, the Church Commission in the 70s and 80s, a lot of people think that those, you know, really cracked down on our intelligence, made them very hesitant to do the job that they knew they needed to do, and that those failures may have led to September 11th. What do you think?
Well, there's a lot to say for that. I was involved in the 70s, in 75, 76, 77, when they dismantled Congress in their infinite wisdom, attempted to dismantle our human intelligence capabilities. They were successful in doing that, with the exception of a few of us. And, of course, that is what led to a lot of what happened in 9/11. So here we go again, Martha. We're right back where we started.
So, Maria, are you concerned about the impact on our national security from all of this?
No, I don't think that this is going to affect our national security. I believe that the CIA and the FBI and all of the other agencies that are charged with our national security are full of professional people who are going to uphold the law and uphold the oath that they took to protect this country, and that is going to continue to be their focus. Look, is this a distraction at the national level? Probably so, but I also think that it's an attempt by Republicans to distract from the real issue, which is how the Bush administration misled everybody to break the law and to condone torture. But no Democrat. What we know
look, it's always President Bush's fault.
Didn't Nancy Pelosi brought this on herself, Maria, because she's the one, she was one of the strongest voices calling for prosecution of people who knew about this program. So that is the whole genesis of all this. That's the reason that the finger pointed back at her. It didn't come out of nowhere. It came from her insistence that there should be. Hold on, I'm not finished. Hold on, Maria. So that is the genesis of this. That's why she's on the hot seat. She put herself there. Let Mark Thiessen weigh in, and then we'll come back to you, Maria.
Well, first of all, the idea that this is partisan is absurd. The person who put out the information contradicting Ms. Pelosi is Leon Panetta, a former Democratic member of Congress. So this isn't partisan. What's happened here is that the national security, the morale of the CIA is being decimated because the President of the United States, the Attorney General, and the Speaker of the House all went out and called the member of the CIA a bunch of torturers, and now the Speaker of the House has gone out and called them liars. Lying to Congress is a serious charge. This is people have gone to jail for lying to Congress, and she made this accusation without any foundation whatsoever. And Leon Panetta now has to step up here. Leon Panetta he needs to defend the integrity of his agency and let those people know that there's somebody who's got their backs in Washington. There are notes from those briefings that he can release.
Hey, Martha, the men and the women of the CIA are the absolute...
Martha, if I could jump in here.
Go ahead, Maria, then Wayne.
Sure. Clearly, Leon Panetta even said himself and wrote himself that he could not vouch for the accuracy of the dates of those briefings. There have been many Democrats, Bob Graham, Adam Schiff, even a Kansas Senator, Pat Roberts, who have refused to vouch for the accuracy of those.
Maria,
wait, Maria,
there are notes from the meetings.
Maria, listen to me.
There are notes from the meetings.
There
are notes from the meetings that Leon Panetta can release. And the problem is, if he releases those notes,
clearly those notes have not been absolutely
Maria,
accurate.
let me ask you this. As a Democrat, are you concerned that there's so much focus on this, that Nancy Pelosi is standing there at a news conference saying that the CIA is full of liars, that they lied to her? If I'm President Obama, I'm upset with her because my agenda is not on the front page of the morning papers, with the exception of the New York Times.
I think the focus of this speaker and of Democrats is to put it back on the Bush administration and what they did to condone illegal torture.
Oh,
we
please.
Do know, wait a second.
Here we go again. Let me tell you something. The CIA, the men and the women of, no, let me say something here. The men and the women of the CIA.
We can't understand anybody right now. Take your turn. Wayne, very quickly. I've already been told to wrap. So Wayne, very quickly. Go ahead, Wayne.
The men and the women of the CIA are the very finest, most dedicated people on the planet that work every day to protect this nation. No, but let me tell you what you did. No, what you did was condone us being called liars. We are not liars.
No,
we are dedicated
I'm not
people,
calling you liars.
and that's because yes, you did. Yes, you did. And that's why Nancy Pelosi, let me finish, please. Nancy Pelosi is reprehensible. She is a distract.
The plan.
See, there you go.
The ones who
you don't know what you're talking about.
Who are the ones who proposed the plan? They are the liars.
All right.
Not the CIA, not the FBI,
all right, well,
not
to be clear, Maria. Okay, guys.
Maria, you don't know what you're talking about.
The Bush
reprehensible as Nancy Pelosi, she needs to go.
Who devised the plan and justified the plan are the liars.
Can you tell that this is an emotional subject?
You think?
The CIA
Wayne,
operatives who...
Wayne, thank you.
The CIA
Maria, thank you.
who,
Maria, it's you're on the record for saying that it was the Bush policies, but Nancy Pelosi